lesson 59 in the series of 100 jazz violin lessons. So I'm trying to teach you the secrets, the tricks of how to think of this stuff fast so you don't have to think too hard on the bandstand and don't sound like a nerd, right? So I'm teaching you in the last few videos about my system that I kind of mistakenly, by accident, discovered how to spell chords really quickly, right on the spot, when I was like 10 years old. And we talked about my hacked up piece of paper I still have in my hand of the 7 easiest chord triads and how to get all the in-between ones. If you knew these, you could get to E flat by knowing E and just changing all the letters down 1/2 step. Simple enough. Now, what if it's a minor chord? Well, if it's one of these chord triads, that's super simple. All you do is take the middle note and drop it 1/2 step. Because remember, we're assuming all these are major, 1, 3, 5, and the minor, as you learned earlier, is 1 flat 3, 5. So we just take the middle note and drop it 1/2 step. If you needed C minor, you don't have to know what its relative major is and know the key signature of that, all these crazy things you learn in classical music. You just need to go, oh, well, I know C. I know that in my sleep. It's right here, C, E, G. Okay. And to make it C minor is C, E flat, G. Just alter the major to make it minor. If I need F minor, F, A flat, C. Simple. G minor, G, B flat, D. A minor, A, not C flat. You drop the C sharp down to C natural. Drop it down 1/2 step. E, A, C, E. You need E minor, E, G, B. D minor, D, F, A. B flat minor, oh, that's kind of a hard one. What's its relative major? Is B D flat? What's his key signature? Oh my goodness, in classical theory, you got to know all this stuff to be able to figure this out, and it's completely unnecessary. You need to think of this stuff quick so you can emote your job number 1. Remember, always never forget that. So B flat, if you haven't memorized, B flat, D, F is major. If you need B flat minor, it's B flat, D flat, F. Now what happens if it's one of the tonic of the chord is not one of these 7, is just take it 1 extra step. You already got 2 steps. What if you needed F sharp minor? You go, oh, okay, what key signature is that? You know, you could be toiling over it and you're sweat on your brow. But if your 10-year-old mind goes, oh, I know F, it's pretty close. Okay, let's take that up to F sharp. Okay, that means, like we learned before, you just take the major chord and take everything up 1/2 step, F sharp, A sharp, C sharp. And then simply, again, drop the 3rd. F sharp, A sharp comes back down to A, C sharp. Now, it might seem like double thinking to raise the A sharp up to A sharp and then drop it back down to A in your mind. It is, but those steps go so fast that essentially that it happens instantaneously. So it's much harder to have our brains try and think of 2 things at once, or 3 things. We're raising the F sharp and this C is there and keeping this there. It's too many things to remember. It's much quicker for our human brains to go, I can think of one thing with my awareness and change it. Yes, you can walk and chew gum, but it's because you're not thinking about either one. You can walk and chew gum and look at the birds, but you're looking at the birds. You're not thinking about walking and chewing gum, right? So we can really only think efficiently about one thing at a time. Multitasking doesn't really work. It's been proven. So if it's a major triad and you need a different tonic, raise everything up to be a major triad again and then lower the 3rd. So let's try another example. How about A flat minor? You go, oh my goodness, what the heck key is that? It means it's a C flat key signature? Okay, but if you know this, you go, oh, I know A, right? Let's take it down to A flat. So drop everything 1/2 step to keep it major. A flat, C natural, E flat, and then drop the 3rd even further. So A flat, C flat, E flat would be A flat minor. If you need to know the 7th, as we mentioned earlier, you'd go up either an octave and down 1/2 step, or octave and down a whole step for the major 7th or 7th. So with that system, you can find anything pretty darn quickly just by knowing these 7 blankly, just trusting me that they're the easiest ones, and then altering them to get wherever you need to, and you can do this bam right in your head. All right? Do you like that? Bam, 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 bam. That's what we want. We don't want to think. We want this stuff to be as easy as possible with the minimum amount of thinking so you can do the maximum amount of emoting and feeling and sharing that feeling with the audience. A freaking men.